Hello, everybody, and welcome to Jim Games, as I'm going to be playing another game of Final Girl. This one is going to be using the Final Girl Red at the Storybook Woods up against the Big Bad Wolf. So the Big Bad Wolf over here has 9 health, represented by these 8 tokens here, and then the 1 token right here. And there's the Bloodlust track. Got a Dark Power card and then a final card right there. The Storybook Woods, the best that I can get it to focus in here on these things. Um, we are here right in the center. This is the setup called Scatter. And over here is the Big Bad Wolf. Now, there's one person in each of the areas except for the places that are exits. Actually, let me see. We only have 2 exits in this board. This one in this corner, and right here where the Big Bad Wolf is right now. So, as red, I'm going to have 5 health, represented by these 4, and then that token. I have 5 horror, and of course we always start with 6 time, and we're going to be starting with an event in the game, and this is Hansel, which is going to use the blue meeple. So the victim closest to me is now Hansel. So I've got a choice between 3 of them here. So let's put Hansel over here at the Glen. Once per turn, whenever you move at least 1 space, you may move an additional space as long as Hansel remains with you for your entire movement. At the gingerbread house, you may replace Hansel with a normal victim to take any 1 item card from the item deck. If Hansel dies while in your space, +2 bloodlust. So we don't want that to happen here in the game. No, we don't want him dying in the game. We do probably want to get what's up there. Let's see. Was that at Grandma? No, it's Gingerbread House. At the Gingerbread House right now is the red cape. I don't think I'm overly enthralled to get that. So we will now go ahead and start, and I always like to start with 1 focus card. We roll 2 dice because we are in this white section here, which rolls 2 dice. And we got 1 success, which are the stars. With 1 success, I lose a time, but I also lose 1 horror level. Time is my currency to buy these other cards later on. Now, yeah, let's see. This right here marks where I am. Action phase right now. I am going to do a walk. All right, I've got 1 success, although I want to make it into 2. So, in order to change this to a success, I have to discard 2 cards. Short rest, weak attack. I don't need those for now. With 2 successes, I can move up to 2 spaces, still lose just the 1 time. So space number 1 will be down here with Hansel. And then I'm going to take Hansel with me. See, at Grandma's house is some bread. I do want some of that bread, but I want to save some victims. Now, this is a bridge right here. There are 3 places where there's a bridge that crosses the river, and only 1 victim will follow you across a bridge. Normally, 2 victims will follow you from space to space. So I moved my second and final movement. I don't get that extra movement with Hansel because Hansel wasn't with me during the entire move, only the last movement point. I do have another walk card. I'm going to go ahead and play it. I need at least one success. I didn't get it. I still, though, can move up to one space, but I have to lose one health doing that. So I will lose that health. I will lose 2 time, and I'll move up to one space. So I'm going to have both of these follow me to here, and then I get that one extra space because of Hansel, but I'm not going to move that space because I would have to move Hansel with me, and I want to move these two. So I'm going to stop right there and keep this last card that I have. I have 2 time to spend, so I'm going to get a sprint, which is a movement card. Everything that I played goes back into the marketplace now. They were all the freebie cards for now. Reset this to 6. Then I go to the killer phase. Now, in the killer phase, right now, the Big Bad Wolf is in what is called tracker mode until this card flips over, which is going to be very soon. But right now, he's in tracker mode, which means he's only moving and not doing any killing, at least for the first part of the killer phase. So right now he's going to track the closest anything. When I say anything, it means me or victim. Now he's 1 away from this one, and he's 1 away from that one. It doesn't matter well, it kind of matters. We make that decision. I think it's a little worse going towards this one because that one is closest to um, getting saved, where I can move 2 people at a time. So he only moved there, but he's not going to do any killing, not from that effect. But now we have a terror card, and this could cause some problems. It picked me up, and I was helpless. Move the killer 2 spaces towards grandmother's house, picking up and moving one victim with the killer, if able. So 2 spaces closer to grandma's house. And the closest route to grandma's is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Closest route is going this way. This is grandma's house. And I know it's kind of hard to see this board, and I'll move it in a little closer. But he's going to move 1 space, 2 spaces. I would imagine he would also only be able to carry 1 person across a bridge. But it didn't matter. He was only moving 1. Now we have an event that we're going to have to pull. Toll bridge. All right, that just figures. Because in order to make these easier to handle, I put one of the tokens underneath of it. And it was the toll bridge that I chose to stick under there. Okay. Toll bridge. Place the toll bridge token anywhere on the river so that it touches 2 spaces. Those spaces are now adjacent. You must spend 1 time to cross and an additional time if a victim follows you. But it looks like, again, only 1 victim can go across it with you. So I think that I would like to go there. Alrighty. Now that was all for the terror card. So now we go into the panic phase. Since no one died, there is no panic phase on this turn. Now we go to the upkeep phase, and there is no upkeep to do right now. So back to my action phase. So I have just these two cards right now, Sprint and Focus. And I think I'm going to start with the Focus. And that's good. I get to lower the horror by 1, lower the time by 1. My horror is down to 3. And now I'm going to do the sprint. Now, with that terrible roll, I can move up to 1 space, but I will hurt myself. I will lose 2 time, and I have to end my action phase, which was going to happen anyway because I was out of cards. So the 1 space that I'm moving is to here, and I can take 2 people with me. And since this is a green exit space, I can free both of these victims. So over here on this card, I have 6 spaces that I can put these on. The first space, I get a time back. The third space, I get 2 time back. This one here on the top says take any top item card. That's the items up above the board there. Over here, I can take an action card that's worth up to 2 points. Here, I can heal 1, and there I can move up to 2 spaces. So, I do want 2 time back. And I think that I will also do the move 2 spaces. 1, pick Hansel up, and move back to here. 2. Now, I am not going to free Hansel right now because I would like to use Hansel. And I probably should have showed that to you there on the board. But went up there and then back. That's all that I can do here. Now I'm going to spend 5. And I'm still a ways away from Big Bad Wolf. So for my 5, I think I would like to get a distraction. And I think I would like to get a sprint. That costs a total of 5 time, plus all my free ones that are here can come back. And now everything that I use this turn goes back out here. So there's a sprint and then the free focus. Go back up to 6. That was planning phase, killer phase. So he's still in tracking mode. He's going to track to the nearest victims or me. Well, he's already in such a space, so he will not move. He'll just stay right there. Now, terror card. What big eyes you have. This is bad. When you move into or begin your turn in the Big Bad Wolf space, discard a random action card if able. Now that's going to give him 2 extra hearts that I need to clear. As long as that's out, that effect will be in play. There's no panicking yet, and there's no upkeep as of right now. So back to my action phase. I am going to do another sprint. Well, before I do a sprint, now let's do a focus. Ooh, I got the double on that. I lose 1 horror and I gain 2 time. Now, I would like to do the distraction. Okay, I will. I'll do distraction next. 1 success. So I go down 1. Now I can discard 2 of these. I will. Weak attack and short rest. And make this a double success. Where I go down 2 horror. And up 2 time. So I'm at 10 time. I get 3 dice now, since I'm in this green section. And my next card will be that sprint. And that's a double success, so I can move up to 3 spaces at a cost of 1 time. And this is 1 long area here. So there's one space, two spaces, and let me get up to this board. Two spaces. I'm going to pick up this one along the way. And then if I took the third space, I would have to take Hansel with me, and I can only carry two people with me. So let's do that. Carry both of them across. Leave this guy right here. All right, I'm going to do a walk next. All right. Well, with that one, I'm not going to convert any of those. I only have one card anyway. So I can move the space, but I will have to take one damage, which I will do, and also lose 2 time. So I move that one space, and I can carry both of these with me. And I'm going to let them both go. That's Hansel included. So with this one, I'm going to gain 1 time, up to 8. With Hansel here, I'm going to get one of my health back. All right. Now looking back at the board up there, and then I've got one walk left. I think I'll just hold on to it. So get my free ones back. I have 8 to spend. I'm going to get this critical blow, which does 6 damage. No, it doesn't. It costs 6. It does up to 3 damage to the big bad wolf. I have 2 left to spend. And I think I'll use that for a sprint. Then all of these cards will go back to the market. And we go to the killer phase. So he's still going to stay right there. And then we're going to draw this terror card. The Jaws That Bite. If there are no victims on the board, discard, draw the next terror card. Well, there are plenty of victims still. So he's in tracker mode, so we're going to do this top one. He's going to target a victim, the nearest victim. He's going to move to it, which he's already there. I'm going to gain 1 horror. And then Bloodlust is going to go up by 1. When that Bloodlust goes up by 1, look at that. My horror is also going to go up by 1. That is going to take one of my dice away from me that I get to roll. Not a good thing. There is no panicking that's going on. Even though Bloodlust went up, there was no death. We have no victims yet. Well, we have plenty of victims, but they're not completely victims yet. All right, upkeep phase, we don't have one. So back to the action phase. I am now going to walk. No, I am going to focus. Well, unfortunately, I can't make that work and still do the things that I want to do. So I'm just going to end up losing 2 time on that focus. That was a bad roll. And let's get rid of the Hansel card, by the way. Hansel's no longer around. All right, now I'm going to walk. All right, with the 1 success, I can move up to 1 space and lose 1 time. I'm in with Big Bad Wolf, and I just realized I have to discard one of these at random going into that spot. I don't feel like this is a good time to do that. So I think instead of going there, I'll go across the toll bridge. That's going to cost me one time going across the toll bridge. Now I cannot sprint that victim back across the bridge, unfortunately, because I don't have enough time to do it without discarding this, and I don't want to discard that. So I'm just going to stay right here now and keep these cards. I have 2 time to spend, and I'm going to take a search card that spends my 2 time. I get all the freebies back. And then we'll put these back. And now onto the killer phase. He's still only tracking. We'll draw a card. What big teeth you have. If the big bad wolf attacks you and you prevent all the damage, you still take a hit. But this just gave him another 2 health. He is one strong wolf right now. And he's got big ears too. Let's hope that that terror card does not come out. That one I lose a life when I enter or start in his space. Alright, there's no panic phase yet, no upkeep yet, so back to my action phase. So I will start with a focus. Alright, this time I can discard the 2 cards. We'll do walk and weak attack. That'll give me the 1 success where I can lower the score by 1, lower the time by 1. Now I wish to do a search. There are 3 places here where you can search. And one of them is the gingerbread house, one is grandma's house, the other is the village right there. Okay. Alright, there it is. 3 dice. Well, I rolled just 1 success on the dice. I can change 1 over if I want, but I don't want to lose those cards. So with only the 1 success on my search, I can take the top item card of my space and lose 1 time. My space is gingerbread, so that's going to be the red cape. So right now, for targeting, if there is a tie between me and a victim, the killer will target me instead of the victim, which is the opposite of what he would normally do. All right, let's sprint, shall we? All right, that is good. I get to move up to 2 spaces, lose 1 time. So, I think I'm going to be going back over the bridge here. So that's 1 space, but it costs 2 time to go over that bridge. 1 for going over and 1 for having a victim with me. So that's down to 1 time. That's just 1 of my 3 movement. So I've got 2 movement left, but for right now, we're going to free this victim. And I can take any top item card now. So I'm going to take this one that I don't know what it is, hoping it's a weapon. It is, it's a knife. So that's going to be very helpful to me. All right, 2 movement left. One, 2. I only have 1 left to spend on my time. I'm going to give up my short rest card because you can get rid of any number of cards during this phase and gain that much time. So 1 card equals 1 time. I'm going to hang on to Critical Blow. So I have 2 now to spend. I'm going to get Sprint. I'm also going to get my free cards and then put back all these other ones. Okay. Killer phase. He's still only moving. I can't believe he's been in tracker mode this long. It's the first time for that for me. Alright, Terror card is next. All the better to eat you. Alright, he's going to hunt anybody. So he's already targeted on his own square. He's going to move there. Now he's going to attack twice in that square. So attack number 1 is going to kill one of the victims. Now his attack is only 1, but it only takes 1 to kill these. So that's 1 victim down, and when a victim dies, you move Bloodlust up by 1. Then we do this, which is revealing the dark power. He is now going to be in slay mode the rest of the game, and this is Ravenous Hunger. When revealed, place the big bad wolf in the space with the most victims. All the victims in that space are killed. Well, he's already in the space with the most victims, although, well, it says victims. It doesn't say final girl. And he was going to kill this one anyway. We'll just leave him here and kill this last one. And this goes up 1 more time. Now, starting next turn, he will start doing things as if he is in the slay mode. Now, the big bad wolf recovers health for each victim killed. He's already at full health, so no health recovery. Now, we do a panic phase because people died this turn. And this just affects anybody in the killer's space, but there's no one there. And it's only victims. But there's no one there, so no panic phase. We have no upkeep yet either, so let's go back to my turn. I'm going to take the chance now, but I know I'm going to lose this. I'm going to sprint. I get to move up to 3 spaces, spending 1 time. Space number 1, carrying a victim. Space number 2, carrying a victim. And this one I will free. And I get to take an action card worth up to 2. Well, that's good. I'm going to take a guard card. I've got 1 movement left, but I have filled this card here for red. So I now get to turn this over and do the special power. Once per action phase, if an enemy is within 2 spaces of you, you may move 1 space for free. And I also heal twice every time I save a victim from now on. All right, with my final move, I'm going to move here to where the big bad wolf is. And when I enter his space, I lose a random card. All right, now that's of four cards. So normally I like to roll dice for this kind of thing, but I don't want to roll a six-sided die to do that job. So if I'm talking while I'm mixing these up, they're well lost, and I will lose this one. It's the guard that I just picked up. Now, I think it says discard. Yeah, discard. So it's going over here in my discard, which are these two piles here. I keep two piles that way. I can make sure I've lost the proper amount of time with the cards that I played. All right. What I'm going to do now is play this critical blow because I want to do some damage to this wolf, finally. I would love to get that 2 damage, or that 2 successes. 2 successes, I do 3 damage plus the 1 from the knife. I have to discard both of these cards to make that work. Here's the deal. Oh, there's no here's the deal. I'll do it. I'll discard both of these, get the second success. So 2 successes, I do 3 damage, plus I'm doing 1 with my knife, 4 damage to the wolf. Take the first 2 from this card. They have to come off those cards first. And then the 2 off of this card, and that's all 4. And these can go away. And I also am going to lose 1 horror, which is excellent. That is all of my cards. So I am going to end my action phase now, go into planning, and I have only lost 1 time. So I have 5 time to spend in my planning phase. And I think at this point in time, I take retaliate because he's going to hurt me this turn, or try to, so I can hurt him back with the retaliate. With my extra 1, I'm going to take a close call, the only 1-point card. Of course, I get these freebies back, and then these will go back out there. All right, killer phase. So he is in Slayer mode now. So what he does is he tracks the closest anything to him and then kills in his own space. So he has targeted me and he is attacking me. His attack currently is 2 points of damage. I am going to play my retaliate. This is one of 2 cards. The other is guard. Actually, there are 2 guard cards, 3 cards, but 2 different cards that you play as a defensive card instead of offensive. You cannot play these cards offensively. You can only play them defensively and only when damage is coming to you. So I'm playing Retaliate. I get to roll 3 dice. All right, I got the double success. That means ignore all damage from the attack. So I'm not taking any of his attack. And then I am doing to him 2, plus my 1 for the knife, 3 damage. So Big Bad Wolf down another 3. So we're getting somewhere with them now. All right. Now, okay, this is action phase. I forgot about my special power, but I didn't need it yet. So that was him doing his killer action. And now we're going to draw a terror card. Getting treats for grandmother. Take the top card of the village item deck. Oh, that's a map. So what the map does for me, discard during the action phase, and then for each deck of item cards, do one of the following. If the top card is face down, reveal it. If the top card is face up, you may remove it from the game and reveal the next card. Okay. Now, the next part of this, though, is he is targeting me, moving toward me, and then attacking me. So he's already on my space. He's going to attack me, and I don't think I have a guard card. I don't, so I have to take this attack of 2. And that takes me down to my last health. That does give me an extra die to roll now, which is what this token is all about. Well, it's half of what this token is all about. When you lose your last health, you flip this token over, and it could have 1, 2, or 3 hearts under it. If it does, you've come back to life, kind of, or gotten a new breath, and you survive a little longer. Big Bad Wolf has 1 too, so Big Bad Wolf can end up doing that as well. Alright, that's the end of the killer phase now. There's no one going to panic, because we don't panic as the final girl. There is no upkeep to perform. So let's go on up to the action phase again, which is me. That retaliate is in our discard pile. So I'm going to start with a weak attack. Alright, 1 success. Not good. That is not good. Okay, I should not have done it. I should have thought about this. Oh no. Because we could die right now. Okay. I could die right now. There's like a 1 in 3 chance that I stay alive. No, not 1 in 3. Yeah, it's 1 in 3 chance that I could stay alive here. So first of all, we're doing 1 + 1 damage to the Big Bad Wolf. Do I have a... Oh, wait, I have a close call. Okay, that's a lifesaver right there. For now. I'm going to play close call. And I'm going to spend the 2 time to re-roll. Well, it has to be all the dice. So, here we go. Okay, it's still bad. Okay, we're still on the same pickle. So I'm going to discard both of these to make one of these a success. But I don't have enough cards to do that to the other. So we're still doing the 2 damage to him, and we're doing the 1 damage to me. So I've got to flip this over. I need hearts. No hearts. I died. I died. Okay, I didn't expect that other attack to happen right there. His other side was also blank, so we could have killed him in just 4 more hits. Alright. So I think this is the second game you've seen me do, and I've lost both of them. But I have won a lot of these games as well. I wanted to have my first win with Red. Haven't won with her yet. I've still got this packet right here to reveal when I do finally win with her. Alright. Thank you for watching this. Till next time, this is Jim for Jim Games. Goodbye!